Hello friends, welcome to my 30-day challenge of using paper napkins from your stash. That's day 1 here, and we're going to be using buttons, so that's the inspiration or the theme of today. So I have DecoArts, wire here, 20 gauge wire, and I have a jar of buttons that I briefly showed. So what I'm going to do with that, I'm twisting my wire up, and I'm just see if you guys can see what I'm doing here. If you guessed making flowers, then you're right. So I'm making some flowers out of my wires. Some leaves here. And what I'm going to do for my thing to use, my inspiration thing to use today is the buttons. Have button centers, flower centers be the buttons. So here I'm wrapping a wire around a paintbrush. You could use a card, a little bit easier to get it off. But I'm just showing a different way to wrap the wire, where you just wrap it around like 5 times or whatever it is, and then twist it. Then you have your petals easier and more even than the way I first done it. I like the way I've done it the first time though. I had a little struggle getting it off the paintbrush because it's not flat. It had little ridges. Anyhow, I got it off, and eventually, and then I separate my petals. And actually then I'm like, oh yeah, I gotta twist this up at the bottom. So I'm twisting up at the bottom using 2 pliers. A couple twists here, and then I'm separating my petals, and there we go. There's another different type of flower. And they're all pretty even length because of the way I did it. So I'm opening up my leaves up a bit. I pinched them, so then I have a little bit of a pinched end, and open my leaves up a bit. So that's my second flower. So my third one I decided to do, had a bit of an inspiration to look at the wire, twist the wire. So I just twisted it around in a bit of a circly form, and then make some petals there at the end, twisting up my center a bit more, and then it looks kind of like a rose or something. So that's my third flower. So it's going to be a day, every day we're going to make a video and have a theme or something to use with your napkins. So today's buttons. So how can you kind of be creative and think about that? So I'm going to, I put plastic back here to hopes to not stick so much on the paper, and separating some of my paper napkins. And then I'm going to glue them. So I use some tacky glue, and I use some DecoArts to get it on there. So I discovered that I had to put tacky glue on a little bit first. So I never done this before, I don't think. Not like this. I've done it maybe for a little bit of a different reason, maybe ears or something for a project. So I discovered to do tacky glue, tack that napkin on there a bit better, and then the Mod Podge, or the DecoArts, and put that on top to get that going. Dry it up a bit. I just think I moved the paper underneath, and I kind of got stuck to my paper, but I was learning. Doesn't matter. It wasn't supposed to be like perfect the first time. In fact, I like kind of patching on the napkins on it anyway. It gives it a nice look. You can put the colors you want where you want. So I did that. Cut around a bit. Found that cutting, you can rip them, but cutting was working a little bit better if you got right away before it was too wet. Just because then you're not pulling it too much off the wire. So whatever you have that's non-stick would be really good. I just used a recycled piece of scrap there just to put it down, and it wasn't like I had it down for very long, just so that I didn't have to deal with the paper. And I'm cutting around my petals a bit here, and then I just glue the other side and let them wrap around, and it doesn't matter how thick it kind of gets as long as you're happy with it. In fact, I think I was like, oh, I really want to maybe wrap it around a little bit more. This is my first one, so I'm like, oh, I'm going to put more and wrap it around a bit, the petals, and because I kind of like that wrapped around look. So I add more of this just to get so I can wrap it around. And I want to add maybe more of there's the dark colors on the petals that I want to get rid of too, so I could just cover them up with a different color. So I like that. Kind of a collage-y feel to it. I really enjoyed it. It was fun. A little sticky. But I wasn't like stopping in between. You can stop in between and do something else and then do the stem. I was just going and going, and so I was getting really sticky, but it was really fun. And I have an idea where I'm going to use these flowers too, so that'll be something you guys get to see, which is really cool. So I put the decoupage on the front and the back, like that. So like I said, it was really handy to have that piece of plastic and not worrying about it at the bottom. After it's a bit dry, you can move the wires if you want to fix your petals or your leaves, and so I like that you're able to move and shape them. So that's kind of a neat idea. So playing around with this a little bit more, I could probably get really nice flowers. This is my first one here. And I just, there's my thing I had to use for today was buttons. So there it is, my center. And to do this challenge for 30 days of using paper napkins challenge, just check us out on International Crafters, Nikki and myself, Nikki Parr and myself. Just check us out on International Crafters. I'll have a link below. I'll have a link up, a card. I'll add a card right about here to show you her channel. Nikki's channel is not her name, so it's Carson DeCat's Life or something like that. It's a little different. Anyway, and I'll put the link up here so you guys can check her out. She's my partner in crime in the crafting crime world here. If crafting were a crime, we would be there wanted. And so we are doing this challenge together, but we decided to do it on our own channels. We do have an International Crafters channel as well, and we want you to check that out. So I will probably put a card right about here to share where Nikki and I live stream every week, every Thursday in the Western Hemisphere here. I'm in Alberta and she's in New Zealand, so that's why I say she's doing it on Friday and I'm doing it on a Thursday because she's a day ahead of me. But anyway, so we do live streams here every week, so I could put a post up, a link for our channel, and you guys can check that out too. But we decided to do this challenge for our group, but on our own channels this time, just to kind of give us an opportunity to say, hey, we have a channel together. So here we go. This guy, looking a little cray-cray. I was glad to be able to move around the petals after because I liked shaping them. So let's see here. Something's stuck here. Anyway, so I did use the buttons for the center and different colors to add any other lighter colors and that kind of thing with the napkins. You can use anything. Oh, I know what happened here. Okay, so I'm just gonna keep going because right now what I'm seeing is not what you're seeing. Okay, so I think everything's okay. It appeared black at first, so I couldn't see. So anyways, I'm just, like I said, patching up with different colors here. Oh yeah, down to the green. But I use the different colors for excuse me, where I want excuse me. And it works really nice. So you can even put patches of pink or whatever. Now this one I want to use more of the pinky, reddy, rosy color. So I put my leaves down first, which were the greeny, nice colors there. And then the paper napkin that had the pinky roses colors. And it had roses on it, so that's kind of cool. So I have this really great idea to use these in our altered book that we are doing in International Crafters. So we have different things that we do in that YouTube channel or on that YouTube channel. We do paint the masters, basically use inspiration from them, different masters or famous painters and people that inspire us. We also altered a book this year, so we're doing one alteration a month for that book. So it'll be really cool. So I'm planning to use actually these flowers, I think, in that. So if you come check us out, you'll see that. We also do some different builds. We have people coming on as guests, so yeah, it'll be really fun to check. Although we do just do live streaming on there, I think having community and getting together is really fun. Anyway, my last one. Found my little center, and I decided to put this nice big one on there because I just like the kind of the way it had the marbly pinky on there, and that was pretty cool. And I will show you my picture, and there we go. I hope you guys like it. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye bye.